Okay, what if you are a starseed? What is a starseed? A starseed is someone who has previous lives on other planets and other solar systems. You know, an extraterrestrial. What if you're an extraterrestrial? It's not so crazy. Delores Cannon, a long time, her whole career was doing hypnotic regressions on all kinds of different people. And different people all came to, how did that work? Different people came to see her, many different people over her career. And she would put them into a hypnotic trance, and she would get essentially a voice that would come through that would give her a continuous talk. Okay, so she had, I don't know how many she would do in a day, but, thousands of people over her career would come to her, and she would hypnotize them, put them into a hypnotic regression, and then talk to them. And in essence, the same story would come from all of these different people. And she learned all kinds of things about the nature of our universe and what was going on planet Earth by doing these hypnotic regressions. And one of the things was that there are indeed extraterrestrials who incarnated as present day humans. Isn't that bizarre? Well, what was the point of these extraterrestrials coming to Earth? Primarily, they came because they are of a higher consciousness than a typical human. And there is some kind of cosmic law that says, at least said, that in the past, extraterrestrials couldn't come and openly have contact with humans. Humans were kind of an experiment of different civilizations, advanced civilizations, and it was a hands-off policy. So, but the experiments went really bad. You look at the history of Earth, it's nothing but warfare, conquest, and horrible done from one human to another. So after the nuclear war, World War II, enough was enough. And extraterrestrials were, Delores Cannon said that the spirit of the planet, Gaia or Mother Earth, called out to the rest of the universe or the galaxy, and other people volunteered to come and incarnate as humans, human babies, to help raise the consciousness level of the planet, because these people already were of a higher vibration than a typical human. And the story is that somehow when you incarnate as a human, you lose your memories of your past lives. So these people didn't know they were extraterrestrials. And probably a lot of them today still don't know that's what they were in a past life. However, the idea was at some point they would have some kind of figuring out that this really could be me. I could be one of these extraterrestrials. Or you might say, despite hearing the story about these starseeds coming to help, it doesn't resonate with me. I really feel like I did have past lives in various different parts of the planet as various different colored skins, male and female, maybe as animals, and maybe, like some people think that they have had past lives in different mythological realms. So some people think they were fairies, for example, or animal spirits, or elementals. Some people say they were angels. So all kinds of different possibilities exist for people who came to incarnate on the planet over since World War II to raise the consciousness of the planet, to change everything, scrap all of what is known as control structures, Control structures, we still have unbelievable control structures on the planet. And primarily it has to do with money systems. Banking, interest rates, high prices and low wages, billionaires, and the elite control of the government, which controls all the people and controls the school systems, the education of the people, controls all the media, so all the movies and television and news you see, everything is controlled by a tiny fraction of the humans on the planet. These are control structures, and we have to scrap them all. But before we can do that, first we have to wake up to what's going on, and we have to make sure that we raise our consciousness. So that is the story in a nutshell. If you want more information, well, where do you want to go with this? What kind of questions do you have? Do you think you were a fairy, extraterrestrial, angel? How would you find out? The best way to do it is quick and easy. I don't know if there's a quick and easy way for you. Some people meditate. Meditate, just go into a quiet, lie down on the couch. Some people like to sit in a meditation, like a lotus pose or something. And see what happens. Just meditate, get quiet, internally quiet, and see if you get any kind of visions, intuitions, or just oddities. Some people might just say, I've always resonated with space movies, Star Trek, Star Wars, these kind of things. I've always resonated with that. I was told that some people who are Reiki people, these are all signs, possibly, that you are from the stars. But don't take it as a guarantee. It's a possibility, some people say. But if you've had a whole pile of strings of that kind of thing, and you'd think if somebody showed up with a spaceship today and said we're going out to Jupiter, I would be first person to get in line to get on that spaceship. Then possibly you are a starseed. Couldn't say for sure. The other way is to learn muscle testing, and there's all kinds of YouTubes on how to learn muscle testing. And then you could ask the question, in a past life, did I have lives on other planets? And you could muscle test that and see what you get. Or you could find somebody who already knows how to do muscle testing and ask them to do the question for you. I don't know how many people around you know muscle testing. Your nearest chiropractor has probably heard of it. Chiropractors use muscle testing sometimes to see if someone has got an allergy. But you can use muscle testing to ask all kinds of questions that you don't know and are not written in a book or, Some people might go see a psychic. Are you going to get good information? You get good information from muscle testing. I think. It could be wrong. But, how else are you going to figure it out? Until you get the memories back of what you were in past lives. And you have to be aware because, it could very well be that too many people have got past life memories of being Cleopatra, Queen of Egypt. So, just because you experience a memory of being Cleopatra doesn't mean you were Cleopatra. It may very well be that you are just experiencing the memories that Cleopatra put into the Akashic Records. Akashic Records are the information about everything that ever went on with any particular human or any other kind of being at all. So, it's difficult to, say, well, I'm accessing Akashic Records through a psychic because, the records are there and anyone can access them. And it doesn't mean that you were Cleopatra. And I suppose if you have memories of past lives on Arcturus or somewhere in the Pleiades, it doesn't necessarily mean that was you. You could be accessing someone else's memories. But muscle testing should give you a good answer. But you have to get very good at muscle testing, which means you have to do a lot of it to get comfortable with it and to get good discernment as to whether does this, sometimes when I was muscle testing, I would muscle test it and then I would stay, even though I'm getting a good positive on this or a negative on this, it doesn't feel right. Somehow I feel like this isn't correct. So you have to get very good with all your different forms of intuition. But this is how people at higher vibrations, higher levels of consciousness, figure things out. They use a lot more intuition than we do on planet Earth. So, are you an extraterrestrial? Are you a fairy? Are you an earth angel? Are you a mermaid? Are you a dolphin? Because, as I said in one of my previous talks recently, people talk about past lives. And this is from kind of an old school way of looking at time. And a very more accurate way of looking at time is that all of the present, past, and future is all going on still right now. Get your head around that. And the idea is you are having parallel incarnations. So it's not really your personality that is having parallel incarnations in past times and future times. Let's call it your soul. And your soul is a way bigger being than your little humanness. Way, way bigger. How much bigger? I can't even figure it out. I don't have good information. Some people say you have an oversoul and you belong to a monad and you might have a twin flame. All these other things. I don't muscle test anymore. It's not like I don't want to. I just can't. It just doesn't work for me anymore. But I did it for years and years and years and years and years. So I'm sorry, I can't confirm it, but I'll put it out there for you to do your own homework, learn muscle testing, and see what you get. I'm Harry Weaver. Thank you for turning in to... Why did I say turning in? Oh, because you have to go within. That's why all the ancients said, if you want to develop your consciousness, you've got to go within. And I always take that to mean, close your eyes and meditate. Thanks for watching.